contestant. Now stay tuned for Newswatch 16 next.
In your car, listen to Newswatch 16 on WKRZ AM 1340.
Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, pilot Jack Rulin in Skycam 16, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark, and Joe Zone on sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Professional wrestler Mr. Wonderful had his day in court today. He's accused of punching a Scranton spectator at a wrestling match earlier this month. Newswatch 16's Bob Reynolds says Mr. Wonderful may be in for even more trouble.
Paul Orndorff is also known as Mr. Wonderful, and he was released without bail after he turned himself in at Scranton Police Headquarters. Investigators arrested the former football pro turned wrestler for beating up on 81-year-old Elmer Bymuller following a wrestling match at the CYC. Already there's talk of dropping all the charges and settling the whole thing out of court. But Newswatch 16 has learned that Paul Orndorff's problems may just be starting. Martin Underhill of Nicholson says he too was walloped by Orndorff while his brother Francis watched.
I got it right here in the right cheek, and then my knee and back is bothering me quite a bit.
It's at this point that the controversy gets even a little bit steamier, and it appears that the Scranton Police Department is being drawn into the dispute. That's because Francis Underhill says when he saw what had happened to his brother, he went to several Scranton police officers to try to tell them what had happened.
I told him not to hit my brother, and he just told me to get out of here. Go on, he says. He screamed at me.
The Underhills know the allegations are serious, but they say they're serious too, and they want Mr. Wonderful arrested. To back up their claims, the Underhills were interviewed by the district attorney's office. Meanwhile, Police Chief Robert Williams says an investigation into the allegations against some of his men is presently underway. Bob Reynolds, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
As we told you last night on Newswatch 16, there will be a recount of the Democrat primary vote in the 119th Legislative District. The Luzerne County Commissioners, who also act as the County Election Board, today unanimously agreed to order a recount of all voting machines there. Right now, incumbent Stanley Girolan leads his challenger, Joseph Yeager, by only 13 votes to get on the November ballot. The recount at the Luzerne County Voting Machine Warehouse will be held Thursday morning.
Coming up, turning off the tap in Wilkes-Barre.
But meteorologist Tom Clark is here right now. He'll be heading out to his backyard to hopefully turn on the sunshine. How about it, Tom?
Well, not only am I going to turn on the sunshine, but there's a heat wave on the way.
Oh,
a heat wave, and I can't wait to tell you about it. Stay tuned.
WNEP Spring Fair is back, and it's bigger and better than ever. Make plans now to join us this weekend at the 109th Armory in Kingston. You'll get great bargains on cars, pools, lawn care, hair care, jeans, furniture, sportswear, and much, much more. There'll be great entertainment and all kinds of food. Plus, you can meet your favorite ABC stars. Plan to join us this weekend for WNEP Spring Fair. Don't miss it.
If you drink Stegmeyer or Gibbons or Bartels or Liebenshiner beer, your supply could be threatened tonight. Workers at the Lion Brewery in Wilkes-Barre are on strike. 110 brewers and truck drivers walked off their jobs at midnight after rejecting management's latest contract offer of 75 cents an hour raise over the next 2 years. Also a wage freeze for the 6 months after that. No new talks are set up, but a federal mediator has been called in.
Well, I want to hear more about this heat wave.
Yeah.
I've been waiting so long for this, Tom.
We all have, I think. Still very cold and damp outside. Since midnight last night, in this backyard, only about 1/10 of an inch of rain has fallen. Let's check the current readings outside now. Just a light rain falling at the moment. You don't really need an umbrella. The temperature is at 46 now. The humidity is 86%. The wind is west to 12, and the barometer is rising slightly, but it's still quite low at 29.42. The range in temperature, 50 for the high today, 43 the low last night. Hey, check that record high, 87 on this date back in 1960. A shot of the Susquehanna River there from Wyoming Borough. The gray stratus clouds. Now take a look at snowfall inventory time. Normal for the season is about 50 inches. here in the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area. But so far at the airport, they've totaled up 39.4 inches, or about 79% of normal. Now, the Newswatch 16 color satellite picture coming up. Let me get out to the west here and let me show you that just 2 hours ago, a powerful earthquake shook much of northern California. It measured between about 5.8 and 6.2 on the Richter scale, making it about 20 times more powerful than what shook Lancaster County Sunday night. The center of the earthquake apparently was about 70 miles southeast of San Francisco, where tall buildings shook and rattled for about 30 seconds. Stay tuned for World News Tonight. They'll have more on that powerful earthquake which hit California this afternoon. Now, it was 75 in St. Louis this afternoon. You can see the warm atmosphere out that way, cloud-free. That is moving in our direction. Stay tight, it's coming, folks. Now, here's the forecast for tonight. We go to breezy conditions, a couple of showers around tonight, some light rain if you're heading out. Take an umbrella along. About 40 in Honesdale, and about 40 low in Ashley, where little Joey Makovansky is celebrating his 2nd birthday today. Happy birthday, Joey. 41 in Jim Thorpe, near 40 the low in Shamokin Dam, and also in Muncie tonight. Now, tomorrow, a cloudy start. There could even be a few sprinkles around for the morning rush hour, but then I think the sun will break through later in the day. The west wind will be up to 18 miles per hour at times, and the high in Towanda will be 48, about 46 in Waverly. And I had some visitors from Waverly this afternoon, Brownie Troop number 83. Hello, gang. 55 in Hazleton, 60 in Easton tomorrow, and in Herndon, Northumberland County, about 58 in Williamsport for the high tomorrow. A little bit warmer than what it was today. Check out the Health Watch, resistance to aches and pains, average, and your mood just a bit on the average side, but that will change by Thursday, so get set. Sunrise and sunset coming up. There we go, 5:08 and 6:55 p.m. A little bit of light rain tonight, the low 40, clearing, a slow clearing trend tomorrow, 58. Look at Thursday, a warm day, an abundance of sunshine, near 70 for the high on Thursday. Look at Friday, 75, a nice dry day, more sunshine, chance of a shower on Saturday, again near 70, but doesn't that look good for later in the week? Karen and Nolan, that should get everybody in the mood to come out to Channel 16's Spring Fair at the Kingston Armory.
That's right. We're looking forward to that too, Tom.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
you. Tom. Coming up, Joe's Zone hears from a very frustrated fan.
Plus, judging a high school basketball team's real worth. Sports when we come back.
Bethlehem Kids in TV.
Tonight at 7.
You want to know how good a high school basketball team really is? Take a look at how many players are going on to play college basketball. Williamsport, #1 team in the area, Class AAA state champs. All of their kids are going. This guy, Mark Graves, playmaking guard, 1,000-point scorer. He'll be doing his playmaking at Wilkes next year. A nice addition for second-year coach Bart Belair's. Graves' teammate, Mickey Lockwood, is also going to Wilkes. And Belair's is hoping to get a third Williamsport player, Jeff Cherba. All-Stater Pete White is headed for Yale. Jim Mexdorf is on his way to Siena. 5 seniors, count them, all going to college. So you think football and boxing are more violent than professional wrestling, huh? Well, so does this week's sports star. Dear Mr. Zone, she writes, after listening to your April 17th comment concerning professional wrestling, I just had to write. Enough is enough. Stop basing your comments on guys like the so-called Mr. Wonderful. I'll admit there are some who get radical, but there are good wrestlers too, not just bad ones. If you want to knock a sport for violence, look at the following: football and boxing. If you're going to condemn pro wrestling for its violence, then take a good, hard look at the other sports too. And don't judge the whole sport by the actions of a few. And it's signed, Marlene Bickelman. Did I ever say pro wrestling was violent? Karen and Nolan, did I ever say it was violent? What I said, in fact, was pro wrestling is make-believe violence. Make-believe. These guys are actors. Come on, they're not athletes. You put most of this bunch on a football field or in a boxing ring, they get killed. For sure, pro wrestling is not violence unless you're just gullible enough to believe every Hulk, Sheik, and whoever who gets knocked out of the ring every 2 or 3 minutes. NBA playoffs continue tonight, and if the Philadelphia 76ers are going to continue their season, well, they're going to have to pull a repeat performance of Sunday afternoon when they beat the Nets in New Jersey. Sixers trail best of 5, 2 games to 1. Celtics, Milwaukee, Denver, Phoenix, and Seattle all could clinch tonight, too. Incidentally, first ever Women's American Basketball Association draft was held today, in case you wanted to know. Olympian Janice Lawrence of Louisiana Tech was picked #1. Hurry, get your tickets. The league begins play this fall. Who knows how many people will be there. That's all of it. Give tonight your best shot. See 11 o'clock highlights of hockey and basketball.
I guess you won't be among the people.
I might show up for a game.
Oh, I think I will, too.
I think I'll probably cover it. We'll go together. Make it
They'll make a lovely pair.
a team story.
Okay.
It'll be lots of fun, Joe. And that's Newswatch 16 for tonight. Be sure to join us tonight on The Update when we meet some of the teachers Bishop Timlin had when he went to Catholic grade school in Scranton.
World News Tonight is next from ABC, and we thank you for being with us tonight.
Enjoy your evening.